We want to get on to the latest on the breaking news we've been covering since last night at 10 o'clock. After severe storms rolled through and destroyed a storage building near 43rd Avenue in Van Buren, causing part of the roof to collapse, trapping one worker inside. So that's where we stand tonight. That worker is still missing as crews now continue to race against the clock, hoping to find him still alive. But rescue crews, as you just heard from Lindsay, could be dealing with another round of severe weather.
That's right. We're bringing you team coverage tonight from the scene of that warehouse collapse in Phoenix. Let's start with 12 News journalist Sean Rice, who's been out there all afternoon. And Sean, a little earlier, search crews seemed optimistic. What is the latest on this missing man?
Yeah, Mark and Karibe, they were very optimistic, and the reason for that optimism is that two separate search and rescue dogs with the search and rescue teams here got the same hit on this partially collapsed building right in that same area on the northeast side of this building where the same worker has been missing since around 9:30 yesterday evening. I want to show you what it looks like. If you would have joined us just a couple of minutes ago, you would have seen roughly a dozen search and rescue crews on top of this partially collapsed building. We are told fire crews did just moments ago send a camera down beneath the debris to try to find that missing worker. We're told that that camera did not pick up that person, did not get a visual sight of that missing worker. We're now told they just moments ago sent an audio device down beneath the rubble to try again to locate this missing worker. Phoenix Fire is emphasizing this is not a recovery operation, but rather a rescue operation, as they are still holding out hope this person may still be alive. At around 3 o'clock this afternoon, again, they sent one dog up on top of the rubble. It walked the entire north side of the building, which is the area that is nearly toppled to the ground. Then when that dog got a hit that something could be underneath, they sent another dog on top of that very same spot where, again, that dog picked up the same hit. Phoenix Fire did tell us moments ago how those cameras, again, and audio devices will aid in their efforts.
Our cameras, obviously, they can view inside, but also they can hear, and they will send and pick up any kind of noise and stuff like that.
Phoenix Fire tells us they will now begin working with several structural engineers to begin removing this debris piece by piece. We did speak with the family of this missing man. They tell us he is 22 years old and has a newborn baby at home. They right now, standing just off to the right of us, are on pins and needles hoping he is still in there alive. And the Phoenix Fire Department back out here live is still very optimistic that he may be alive as well. Captain Keller, who you just heard from moments ago, told us he recalls many situations where people can survive in exact same situations like this without both food and water for up to 2 days at a time. So knowing that, they're really holding out hope along with this family that this missing worker can still be found alive. So again, the very latest is they sent cameras down there. Those cameras did not pick up a visual of that missing worker. But again, they're working with that audio team to see if they can hear from him now. Tonight, we're live in West Phoenix. Sean Rice, 12 News.
All right, Sean, thank you for that update. We continue our team coverage with 12 News journalist Chase Golightly. And Chase has been at the scene since last night when we brought it to you as breaking news. And Chase, we know that firefighters have some real concerns about that entire building coming down.
Karibe, that's right. And those concerns are rising with those strong wind gusts moving in, only making firefighters' jobs more difficult depending on the severity of the storms. Now, I want to point out that we are on the complete opposite side of Sean. We are on the south side of the building where we were bringing to you last night. And the reason why we are across the street, we are more than 60 feet away, is in case this side does collapse, we will be out of the debris zone from when that collapse will potentially happen. And what we were hearing from firefighters earlier yesterday is that this side is really susceptible to that. Right now it's standing strong, but that could change at a moment's notice. But when I got off the phone, I spoke with Captain Todd Keller less than 5 minutes ago about what's next given the structural integrity. He was telling me that they were bringing out structural engineers to try to bring in some sort of devices to help stabilize the building. And he also told me that cranes are currently here on scene, and what they plan on doing now is just tearing apart this building piece by piece, delayering it to try to get closer to where that worker is. He says they are at that point now where they just have to take this thing down to try to get as close to that worker as possible. And again, he said another big concern is the weather. They do not at all want to experience what we saw last night that led to this situation in the first place. So not only are they working against the clock to try to get to that worker as safe as possible, they're also working against Mother Nature to make sure that they are able to delayer the building as quickly as possible, as safely as possible, to be able to get to this worker before, again, this whole thing goes down. Of course, we'll be staying out here and bring you the latest. For now, we're live in West Phoenix. Chase Golightly, 12 News.